Veterans Field, the home of your Messalonskee Eagles. Tonight, your Eagles are hosting the Rams of Deering High School. The Rams come in with a record of 0-1, and your Eagles are 0-1. Now we'll meet both teams. First, the Deering High School Rams. Messalonskee fans, put your hands together for your 2022 Messalonskee Eagles! Now would you all please rise? Please remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem by the Messalonskee High School Band under the direction of the Messalonskee High School Band instructor, Andrew Forrester. His assistant coaches are Rob Soucy, Michael Tavard, and Jordan Soucy. Your Eagles are head coached by Walter Polke, assisted by Dennis Martin, Ryan Doucette, David Pelletier, and Dave Cusano. The officials for tonight's game are the referee, Richard LaCase. The umpire is Scott Knoll. The head linesman is Brock Frederick. The line judge is Mike Frederick. The back judge is Rick Perry, and up here on the clock is Andrew Breton. Representing Messalonskee on the coin toss are the captains, number 1, Brady Brunel, number 28, Bryce Kroll, number 56, Colby Chevalery, and number 54, Mitch Marquis. Here we go!
Welcome everybody to Messalonskee High School. We're in today's football matchup is between the Messalonskee Eagles and the Deering Rams. Messalonskee won the toss and they deferred to the second half. It's going to be started on the 37-yard line for Deering after the kick return.
And chances are we will have the stadium announcer as our backup.
Quarterback number 5, Davian Latour, will break the huddle. They'll be looking at 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Taylor Shore, the quarterback. And it's a sack. It's a run stuff.
Number 28, Bryce Kroll.
And I believe the announcer is going to help us out really well with the Messalonskee side. Boy, oh boy. I'll tell you, they had that play picked right off.
7 yards on the first play from
It's a
scrimmage.
loss of 7, so Deering's going to have to go 17 yards to get to the first down marker.
17.
Taylor Shore hands it off, and it's going to be another run stuff by, so Carson doesn't go anywhere.
Wow. Boy, I'll tell you, it's
5-yard loss on the play will bring up 3rd and 22. 3rd and 22.
definitely going in the wrong direction. And they're going to have to throw the ball up. Because if they go back any further and have to kick the ball off.
Looking at 3rd and 22 from their own 25.
Shore drops back. He runs to his left.
Davian on the quarterback,
And
to the far side.
he steps
Steps
out of bounds.
At about the 35, 36 yard line.
It's
Yeah.
just behind the 36-yard line.
Well, let's see where they mark them. So it'll be 4th and 11. Yeah.
So Deering's going to punt the ball.
See what they can get here. It's not a windy night, so not too concerned. If he can get his foot into it, it should go pretty far.
So Garrett Card deep for Messalonskee. It's a low, and it's a fair catch by Card.
At the 35-yard line.
Well, now we'll see what Deering can do here on defense.
The Eagles will start their first drive on offense at their own 35.
So it's going to be on the 35-yard line.
Coming up to the line quickly, and we'll see what they do here on the first play.
It's going to be Sam Doobie under center, and it's a toss to the left to Brunel, and it's going to be a first down.
Boy, and that was that pitch was a nice catch there by Brunel.
That's number 3, Sam Doobie at quarterback position for the Eagles.
It's a 12-yard gain.
Nice
on the
pitch.
pitch.
Yeah, nice pitch and run.
Pitch out to Brady Brunel.
Kept his balance and got the first down.
It's a handoff, and it's going to be another first down
Number 28, Bryce
by
picks up another first down for the Eagles.
Crowell. So 2 plays, 2 first downs.
So do you have the starting line for Messalonskee? Well, we'll do it on the next break.
It's a handoff, and this time it's only a 1-yard gain.
The line of scrimmage might have gained 1 yard on the play. Bringing up 2nd and 9.
And it's spotted just beyond the down marker. And it's a quarterback run by Doobie. It's a
3 yards shy of a first down.
It's
That'll
a
bring up 3rd and 3.
8-yard gain.
Well, Deering has to.
They call it 3rd and a long 2.
Deering's going to really have to step it up here. They just got to watch out for that fake handoff and little loft of the ball over the line.
Doobie's in shotgun. Hands it off to Crowell, and Crowell
Taken down at about the 19.
gets a 10-yard gain.
For the Eagles, first down.
So that's another first down for Messalonskee.
First and 10 for your Eagles at the Daring Ram 19-yard line.
Boy, they're not taking any time in between plays. They're getting right up on the line. Not letting Deering substitute.
And it's a throw out to Card. And it's a fumble. And
Recovered by the Daring Rams.
Deering recovers it.
First pass
It's
completion to Garrett Card.
Miles Hibbard.
Result of the play is a fumble recovered by the Daring Rams.
Well,
So Deering
very
Stops.
fortunate.
stops what looked like a promising drive for Messalonskee.
Yeah, they moved.
The Daring Rams will take over. The result of a fumble, and it'll be on their own 17-yard line.
Yeah, they moved the ball like 45 yards and then lost it.
Short throws it. And just over the head of Bixler.
Bixler on the incompletion.
And
Yeah, it went through the hands of the Daring player, then through the hands of the Messalonskee player.
so the first pass attempt by Deering is incomplete.
Just out of the outstretched hands. It was laid up there perfectly. The
Second and 10
just a little too much air underneath it.
It's a handoff and another run stuff by Messalonskee. Oh, Karen.
1 yard loss on the play. Tackle made by number 66.
Jack Karen hasn't gotten much space.
Yeah,
2 yard loss on the play will bring up 3rd and 12.
this looks like it could be a long night on the ground. They're going to definitely have to mix it up.
Deering breaks the huddle.
Well, 12 yards could be manageable here with a nice crisp pass somewhere.
Chor throws it. And it's over the head of Dennis.
No flags. That was intended for number 4, Jameson Dennis. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, that was just a.
Will be 4th and 12.
That one was a little bit too long too. A little bit too much air under those passes, but
And it's
Number 22,
Joey Foley, the kicker, with Garrett Card, who calls a fair catch. And it's at the 38-yard line of Deering.
well, after all that, Messalonskee starts in better position than they did on the last punt. And we'll see what they do this time.
At the Rams 39. Excuse me. It would be 41.
And it's a pitch to Brunel. And it's a flag.
There is a flag on the field. There is a flag. The pitch was the number 1.
It's a holding.
Illegal block in the back.
And it's a block in the back.
Well, back the goalies up a little bit.
So it's
Be a 10-yard penalty on Messalonskee.
So it's a
for the
10-yard
spot
penalty.
foul. That'll back him up to the 47.
It's going to be on the 47
Still on the positive side of the field.
of Deering.
And
Well,
that'll remain
A
first
nice,
down.
a nice run called back.
Number 28, Nice goal on the carry.
And
Picks
it's
up a good chunk of
Crowell.
yards back. Looks like it'll bring up second and about 9.
Boy,
That's
that
Yeah, we'll call it second
about a
and
9-yard gain.
that offensive line for Messalonskee
Second and 8
is
from the 39.
opening up some huge holes.
And it's a pitch out to Card. And Card falls down and gets the first down.
We'll have
So,
to make the official call on it.
A 9-yard gain by Garrett Card.
And Nick LeCase says first down Eagles.
All right, well, Messalonskee's driving again.
Well, the ball will be on the Daring Ram 30-yard line, be first and 10.
It's a quarterback option by Doobie, and Doobie dives over for a touchdown. So Sam Doobie on the option.
Well, he was going to make sure that they were going to get it in, and he was going to take it himself.
30-yard touchdown.
So
by
it's
number 5, Sam Doobie.
6-0 Messalonskee pending a extra point.
Take that back, that's number 3. Sorry about that.
And it's a timeout
Call a timeout.
by Messalonskee. It looked like they had too many men on the field. And so we'll take a timeout too. And we're back. Doobie.
Messalonskee will set up a
It's going to be a
play.
2-point conversion.
And
it's to Crowell for the run. So 2-point conversion is successful, making it 8-0 Messalonskee with 5 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Well, and Darren's pretty fortunate. The last drive that Messalonskee was on, it didn't end up in any points. But this one did. They were a little closer from the first punt was on Messalonskee's side of the field. This time it was on Deering's. And they rolled down the field and scored.
And to mention, in high school, where team sizes are smaller, players play on both sides of the ball, defense and offense.
This beautiful facility up here in Oakland, Maine.
Danny Martin in the kick for your Eagles.
Denny Martin kicking, and it's a squib kick.
Ball is recovered
And
by
it's
number 4, that's Jameson Dennis.
Dennis with the recovery.
Well, and you know, it was probably a good thing he recovered it, because if he had let it go out of bounds, they would have only got it on the 34. This way they get it on the 36.
36, where they'll be looking at first and 10 from there.
So they gained a yard.
LaChore hands it off, and it's positive yardage for Karan.
Number 7, Jack Karen on the carry.
Well, that's then.
Looks like we got an injury timeout on the field
And it's
for Karen.
Jack Karen
Got banged up a little bit on the play.
who's down, so we'll take a timeout with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Break their huddle.
Then we're back.
Second and 6 from
It's a
the 40-yard line.
4-yard gain by Karen.
Yeah, it looked like he got the wind knocked out of him.
LaChore hands the ball off to Bixler.
Ooh.
Ball handed off to number 21, Dom Bixler.
So it's only a 2-yard gain.
Boy, it looked like he had a hole there, and then all of a sudden, a Messalonskee player stepped right in and took him right off his cleats.
And the defensive line for Messalonskee, also the offensive line, it's Mitchell Marquis, Brock Stanhope, Colby and it's a throw, and it's in and out of the hands of Bixler. Anyway, it's Colby Carvier, Denny Martin, and Cooper LeClaire who make up the offense and defensive line for Messalonskee, who's done a pretty good job at keeping Deering's offense from running the ball and keeping their quarterback upright and making holes for the running backs. And it's Card who fumbled the ball, but gets it back, so this will be the worst field position so far in this game for Messalonskee. I believe this is the first time that they've started on their side of the field. It's a handoff.
Number 28, Bryce Crowell on the carry. 2-yard gain.
Crowell.
A 3-yard gain on the play will bring up 2nd and 7.
It's and it's a pitch to Brunel.
Brady Brunel on the carry, number 1.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Nice tackle by the Darren player because there was a lot of room to run, and he grabbed him by his ankles and took him down.
And it's over the head of Doobie, and he has to fall down on it. So it's
about the 21-yard line.
It's going to be about a 15, 16-yard loss.
Well, and
Result of the play will bring up 4th down. That'll bring number 62, Denny Martin, back in the formation for the punt.
well, and unfortunately, as well as they're playing, they've been their own worst enemy on a couple of plays.
The back is Miles Hibbert.
Miles Hibbert, and it's going to be
And the Messalonskee player
stopped
will
at the
down right there
40.
about the 40.
Well, now let's see what Darren does. They're on Messalonskee's side of the field for the first time.
Darren will get to start in positive field position here. 1st and 10 from the Messalonskee 40.
Well, let's see what happens now. I mean, you couldn't ask for better field position.
LaChore gets the snap, and he's going to be sacked by number 56, Colby Carvier.
Colby Shivari, number 56.
That's Shivari.
Well, as I tell people, Seth, sometimes we don't get it right, the last names. But if people looked at our last name, they would say it 17 different ways. So we try our best. And we do eventually, you know, get the correct pronunciation of people's names. So we apologize for that.
And it was a 5-yard loss, meeting them on the 45. And it's a handoff to Karen, and he gets 3 yards back.
And
it's
so
going to be 3rd down.
So I'm going to go up here a little bit just to show you the moon coming out over the trees up here in Oakland, Maine.
Coming up towards the end of the first quarter.
And that is amazing.
40 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It's a 3rd and 12. And LaChore takes off with the ball. It's going to be a 7-yard gain.
That might have been Derek Todd over there on the tackle. Not sure.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the first quarter. And so after one, it's 8-0 Messalonskee, with Deering with a 4th and 5, and we'll be back for the second quarter. And we're back. It's the start of the second quarter. And it's 4th and 5. Deering's going for it. And it's Cavallero falling down. Let's see what they call.
Yeah,
picks up a first down for Deering.
Santino Cavallaro, who gets the first down.
Yeah, he just fell backwards over the marker, which was good. I believe that's the first down for Deering here. And it took till the start of the second quarter.
So it's a and it's a false start.
Yeah.
That was on Jack Karen. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty will back them up.
And it looks like Santino Cavallero is the quarterback.
Yeah, this, geez, after getting a first down and now going back 5 yards on a penalty, Deering's certainly not helping themselves. They're in great field position.
Cavallero takes off, and it's about 13-yard gain.
So it's manageable yardage to try to get a first down. Let's see what they can do.
On that last play, that'll bring up 2nd and 4.
So it's 2nd and 4. Santino Cavallaro hands it off, and it's another stuff on Karen. So
Jack Karen on the carry.
Deering moves all the way back
Brought
to
down
the
about
30.
7 yards behind the line.
So it's a
Bringing it back
7-yard
to the
loss.
30-yard line. The 3rd and
Well,
11.
and down at this end of the field, it's definitely 4-down territory every time, so they need to get points. And I have a feeling kicking a field goal is not going to add up to enough.
Taylor Chor back in, drops back to throw, and
Pass is incomplete.
it's incomplete, tended to Dom
Dom
Bixler.
would have been the reception receiver.
It was within
Number 21.
3 guys covering him.
I know he's been blanketed, but they're still trying to go to him. You have to think it. One of these times it's going to come down right in his arms. They're determined to get it to him.
And so LaChore and shotgun drops back, and he's going to get sacked by number 2,
Quarterback position.
Garrett Bell.
Garrett Bell, number 2.
So it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Sack.
Well, I'll tell you, that defense is stout.
First down for the Eagles.
That's really unfortunate for Deering. I mean, they got down close to the 20-yard line with second and 2 to go, or 3rd and 2, and ended up going backwards.
So Messalonskee is going to take over at the 36-yard line with Doobie under center and shotgun, and he hands it off to Crowell. And so Crowell runs to Deering's.
On the touchdown saving tackle.
Wow.
38.
That offensive line is just making some big holes there.
Nice run by Bryce Cole. The ball at the 38-yard line.
And it's going to be a throw. And just through the hands of Card.
Intended for number 4, Garrett Card.
That would have been,
Just a little too much.
I mean, he laid out for that. That would have been a beautiful catch. Just a little bit too much air underneath that pass. That had touchdown written all over it. He's wide open out there.
And so it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Oh, was
on
there
the
a penalty?
38.
Oh, there was a penalty on the play.
Pass incompletion, that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
No, looks like a penalty.
I don't think somebody
It's,
heard that one.
Oh, I didn't see a flag on the field.
No, which way are they going now? Well, the referees.
That was an ineligible man downfield.
Oh.
Indication.
Oh, the referee's got the chain gang not knowing which way to go.
And
Doobie on the quarterback
Doobie
keep, brought down at about the 35.
with the quarterback keep.
Well, and
Picks up about 6 yards of it.
it looks like even if that had been a catch, it still would have been a penalty. They would have brought it back.
Archie Rubin on the tackle for the
And
Rams.
for those who don't know, an eligible man downfield is anyone that's not an eligible receiver. So
Yeah, somebody went just a few yards too far.
Come on, Messo!
And it's
Pass is completed, and number 1, Brady Brunel.
Brunel
Near side.
with the completed catch for a 4-yard gain.
Or a 4-yard, maybe 5-yard pass completion. Bringing up about 3rd and 5.
So now it looks like Messalonskee starting to air out the ball a little after getting their running game going.
So it's 3rd and 5. It's a handoff to Crowell,
Around the defenders. Brought down
and
just
it's
about at the line of scrimmage to meet for a first down. We'll check it out. Nick might ask for the change.
and they're going to ask for the chains.
Timeout. And they'll bring the sticks out.
Well, and I have a feeling that even if it's 4th down, they're going to go for it. It's going to be that close. Well, we can't see.
Once they get it lined up.
Well, let's back up here. We got 3 guys trying to figure out where the line is.
Use the replay on that. There we go. Oh, spot on that. Come on, raise that up.
And it's going to be just short. So it's going to be 4th and inches.
All right. They finally got it figured out, and it's 4th and inches. And
4th and inches for the Eagles.
Inches.
And it's a handoff to Crowell, and he falls over for the first down. It's a 3-yard gain. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Daring Ram 25.
Doobie drops back, and it's going to be a penalty on Miles Hibbard.
so the referee closest to the play didn't call a penalty, but the referee from behind did. So
And
they
it-
just had a different view.
And it, from my view, it looked like a penalty. It was impeding the receiver to getting to a certain spot
Yeah.
before the ball got there. So it's going to be
Flag will put the ball at the Daring Ram 12-yard line.
So not a spot foul, just a pass interference.
Yeah, in high school and college, it's a 15-yard penalty, whereas in the NFL, it's
Oh, no. Oh, nice bounce.
Oh,
It's an incomplete pass where it was forward.
yeah, that was a forward pass, so that would be incomplete.
So that's how the pass interference differs from high school and college and the NFL. The NFL is a spot foul.
Well, you know, and that was a good thing it was a forward pass because that ball was on the ground and anything could have happened.
2nd and 10.
So it's
So I'll have to see what Darren can do here. Hold up the defense.
Crowell gets stopped.
Bryce Crowell on the carry. Met right at the line. Little to no gain on the play.
It's
Making a 1-yard loss.
Deshaun Lamore on the stop.
So now it's 3rd and 11, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. We'll have to see if Darren can keep him out of the end zone here. It'll probably be 4-down territory, but that was a nice stop.
And it's a screen to Brunel.
Oh!
And it's going to be a 5-yard gain.
Beautiful tackle. One-arm tackle, grabbed, took him down. Number 7 for Deering.
That's Jack Karen. So another example of offensive and defensive players.
4th and 7 for your Eagles.
5:20 left to go in the first half. Messalonskee with an 8-0 lead and a try here on 4th down.
Doobie with a quarterback keep. And so Sam Doobie gets the 2nd touchdown of this game.
Well, they had Deering all faked out. He just faked the handoff and went right up the gut.
And so both touchdowns are from Sam Doobie on a quarterback keep. They're going to go for 2 again. The first time they attempted was successful. Crowell is stopped, and it's number 66 on the stop, Archie Rubin. And so the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful, and so it still remains a 14-0 lead for Messalonskee with 5 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the second quarter, and we'll be back.
Kickoff, here he goes.
And we're back. Messalonskee kicking off.
Give it in mix with a back deep.
And it's picked up
Carry forward on the kick return.
by
The 17-yard line.
Deering. And on a kickoff, once that goes past 10 yards, it's a live ball. So Deering had to pick it up and run for yards.
And with it bouncing down there, that's pretty scary. As we see sometimes in the NFL, players let the ball roll, and sometimes they can bounce off your leg, and you just really have to be careful.
And it's going to be a timeout for Deering. And only 4 seconds ran off the clock. It's 5 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the first half. And we'll also take a break. And we're back. Deering with the ball on the 17.
Yeah, and that was a good timeout call because they really got to figure this movement out.
Lachore rolls to his right, throws it, and it was juggled. Dom Bixler.
Jeez. Well, one of these throws, someone will come down with it.
We have a holding call against Deering.
And it was a holding on Deering.
Yeah, once the quarterback got out of the pocket, usually that happens. You got a player trying to keep your quarterback safe while they're scrambling, ends up grabbing a jersey.
Ten-yard holding penalty will bring him back to the 6.
So it's going to
A replay first down.
bring them back 10 yards to the 6.
Jeez, this is tough territory.
Shore hands it off. And it's just outside the end zone.
Jack Barron, no place to go to the near side, brought down at about the 1.
Jack Karen
Tackle
with
made by
the ball.
number 54, Mitch Marquis.
So Mitch Marquis with the tackle.
Now it's an even more dire situation. You know, maybe just a little fake handoff, short pass over the middle. Let's see what happens. Have someone cut across.
And Santino Cavallero under center. And it's a quarterback keep, but it goes. Only a yard.
Just brought up to the tower. 2 iPhones if you're missing an Apple iPhone. Need to come up to the press box, identify them, we'll give them to you. There's 2 of them. Just picked up off the ground. Only gonna cost you $100.
So LaChore back under center. It's a handoff to Cavallero. And so it's going to be 4th down. And Deering is choosing to punt.
The play is 4th down.
Yeah, just trying to get a little bit of room to give the punter, you know, some room to punt the ball. And what they need right now is a good punt. The player for Messalonskee is on the 38-yard line. 37, he's moving up. 36, 35. Trying to figure out where the punt's going to go. But Messalonskee's going to be in good field position.
And it's fair caught by Garrett Card.
27, excuse me.
Wow.
So Messalonskee with another possession starting out in Deering's half of the field.
And they got 2 minutes and 15 seconds to move the ball 27 yards for a score. We'll see what Deering can do here on defense.
Doobie, and it's a timeout for Messalonskee. No, it's a timeout for Deering with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first half.
You know, the referee was pointing towards Messalonskee, but I have a feeling Deering didn't have enough players on the field. I think I saw one of the Deering players trying to motion someone to come out on the field.
And so both teams have had to call timeouts. For Messalonskee in the first quarter had to call a timeout on the 2-point conversion with 12 men on the field, and Deering just the opposite, had one less than 11.
I think that's what it was, but I'm looking through a small screen here. But it did look like there was a Deering player motioning for someone to come onto the field.
So Doobie's in shotgun, and he throws.
Sam Doobie's pass is incomplete.
It's incomplete to Crowell.
Incompleted pass to number 28 by Kroll.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles at the Ram 27.
It's a keep by Doobie. And
Sam Doobie on the quarterback keep.
Doobie sheds a couple tackles.
First down for the Eagles.
Getting a first down for Messalonskee.
That'll still bring up a 1st and 10.
Well, he's certainly taken this game over.
Inside 2 minutes to go in the half.
And it's a
28 by Kroll on the carry.
Crowell tackled by Deering behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11.
Number 71 made the tackle.
It's Cristiano Silva. And it's a pitch to Brunel.
Number 1, Brady Brunel out on the far side. Ball goes out of bounds.
And
Yeah, I think they got to add probably 7 or 8 seconds back on the clock.
We got no signal.
so it's 54.6 seconds left to go.
So they're not going to add the 7 or 8 seconds back.
It's a throw
Pass is complete
and
to
a
number
tackle
1, Brady Brunel.
by Miles Hibbard. It was to Brady Brunel with the reception.
And that was a perfect tackle. Didn't lead with... Well, they'll let it run down and maybe take one last play. He's going to take it down probably to 5. No, there he goes.
Takes the timeout with 19.5 seconds left to go in the first half.
Well, the thing is it's 4th down. That way, if they turn the ball over, Darren's not going to have any time. So even if they don't get first down touchdown, it has no time. But you know, they probably could have run it down to 5 seconds, and you know, just been good with that. And then that way maybe they wouldn't have had to, if they score, won't have to kick the ball off. But we'll see what they do here. I mean, Darren's played some good defense when needed. And this game certainly is not out of reach for Deering to come back. They just got to put some drives together. But that defense has been pretty good when needed. And we'll see what they do here.
Doobie in shotgun. Hands it off to Crowell. And it's
28, Bryce Cole brought down at
number
the 1.
10, Pedro Lombi with the stop. And see what's...
Well, you know, so this was good and bad. The good thing for Deering is that they stopped him. The bad thing for Messalonskee is it gives Deering a little bit of pep in their step, knowing that they didn't let him score, and maybe they'll come out with a little bit different, in the second half.
And Santino Cavallero under center, so looking like Deering is just going to run the clock out.
Well, he's got to get out of the end zone, though.
And it's a fumble.
Fumble on the play, not sure.
And it's Messalonskee's ball.
Oh, no.
And it's 10.1 seconds left to go.
Oh, so it wasn't a touchdown. But after that stop,
10.1 seconds to go.
Messalonskee is right where they were,
Eagles have it first and
but now they got the
goal
ball
inside the
back.
1.
Wow. What a turn of events.
And it's right on the goal line.
That is unfortunate.
Doobie's going to be under center, and he's looking like a quarterback sneak. And he's in. So Sam Doobie with his third touchdown
Wow.
of this game. And what looked like
At what looked at least like they were going to hold the score to 14-0 at half. Now potentially it's 20-0, potentially 22-0.
and it, so they are going for 2. And it's a pitch to Crowell, and the 2-point conversion is good, making it 22-0. Messalonskee. So there'll be a kickoff with 7.1 seconds left to go in the second quarter, and we'll be right back.
Joey Foley, number 22, is
And we're
deep.
back.
Number 3, Miles Hibbert. Danny Martin in the kick.
And it's low kick, picked up by Miles Hibbard. So there's 3.2 seconds left to go on the clock.
Tackled at about the 35, 36-yard line. Barring no penalties, it should be the last play of the half.
LaChore under center with Cavallero.
Play
On his
coming in
left.
late for Deering. I mean, who knows? Maybe he's going to air it out.
And it's a stop
Number 5, Davian
by
LaChore on the carry
Denny
on the
Martin.
back. And that'll bring a conclusion
And
to
so
our
that's
first
the
half.
end of the
With
the first half.
Deering Rams at the
It's
score.
22-0 Messalonskee over Deering. And if you're Deering, you got to look at that last play that led to a touchdown. What could have been only a 14-0 lead ballooned to 22-0.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I mean, and you know, both teams have struggled. Darren a little bit more than Messalonskee has struggled, but we'll have to see what they come up with at halftime. I mean, they're not really Darren's not really playing bad. They, you know, they've had some passes that have just been off the tops of the receiver's hands. And, you know, I think if they can just get some of those close plays and make them, tighten up a little bit more on the defensive line, and I think they'll make a good second half of this.
And so that's the conclusion of the first half, with Messalonskee leading 22-0, and we'll be back for second half action. Welcome back for the start of the second half.
Number 22, Joey
It's
Foley.
number 1, Brady Brunel, and number 4, Garrett Card, back to receive the kick.
And we'll see what Daring came up with at halftime.
It's Joey Foley kicking the ball. It's a squib kick, and it's
Garrett Bell on the reception, where he took a knee right there.
Garrett Bell,
On the
who fell on the ball. And that's another rule that differs from the NFL, is anytime a player touches the ground with their knee, elbow, anything, it's an automatic down.
Messalonskee will have the ball first and 10 at their own 34.
And that was more of a protection move anyway, with that ball bouncing around.
It's a drop back and a throw, and it's caught
And the pass reception to number
by
4,
Garrett Card.
Garrett Card. From number 3, Sam Bell.
Boy, that was a fast play.
Sam Doobie, excuse me.
And
Too many Sams here. Tackle was made by number 12, Jordan Tobias.
Jordan Tobias on the tackle. It's a toss, and it's a fumble.
Yeah, that was behind the line.
Bad pitch on that play, but it was
It was recovered by Drake Brunel.
You know, and both of these teams. And both of these teams, you know, they've been moving the ball, and then, you know, they've either getting penalties or getting some plays to go backwards. And
So it was a loss of 2. Doobie pitches it to Crowell. Crowell, by blocking, gets a first down to the 30-31.
Brady Brunel leading the way for Bryce.
well, they definitely cleared a spot down the line. Just got out around the corner. Those are tough plays.
It's another pitch to Crowell, and it's a tackle by Pedro Lombi.
Yeah, looks a couple yards short of a first down, but he was hustling.
Brady Brunel came down and blocked the Deering defender to extend the play to get more yards.
Well, so far, Messalonskee's changed it up a little bit. First half, they were going up the gut. Now they're going to the outside.
It's another handoff to Crowell,
Second and 2, and the
but
handoff
it's
to Bryce Cole.
Yeah, looks like they stopped him at the line of scrimmage.
Silva
No gain
on the
play,
tackle.
3rd and 2.
So it's going to be a 3rd and 2 on the 22. Doobie hands the ball off to Brady Brunel, and it was Brunel who tripped.
Yeah, looked like a couple of players there getting their feet all tangled up.
3-yard loss on the play, bring out 4th and 5.
So let's see what they do. Looks like they're going to go for it. Deering's had a struggle moving the ball, so even though they're on the 25, not going to kick a field goal, they might as well go for it.
Messalonskee has 4th and 5. But the Deering ran 25.
Doobie gets the snap, throws it, and it's over the head of everybody. Almost intercepted by Jordan Tobias.
And he had 2 receivers down there, one a little bit more wide open than the other. And you could see a little bit of frustration there on the Messalonskee receiver. The ball had come in a little bit more towards the center of the end zone. He may have had a wide open player. But it's usually never a good thing when you got 2 wide receivers down in the same territory.
So Deering is going to start at the 25. It's a handoff.
Number 22, Joey Foley on the carry.
Joey Foley.
Long way around for a couple yards.
3.
With a 3-yard run will bring up 2nd and 7.
But they're positive yards, so that's good.
Number 54, Mitch Markey on the tackle.
So we'll see what Deering does with their first offensive possession in the second half. Lachore throws it, and it's in and out of the hands of Jamison Dennis.
Number 4, Jamison Dennis. Well defended by Brady Brunel.
Yeah, that was a great pass, too. It's just unfortunate it wasn't held on to. Because earlier in the game, there were some overthrows, but that was right on the button.
And Brady Brunel with the nice timing.
Yeah, that was perfect timing. Good clean hit, knocked the ball out.
So it's a 3rd down. Lachore to Dom Bixler.
Pass from number 5.
So that's the longest play for Deering.
Well, I'll tell you, on that throw and the last throw, Lachore's arm, he's throwing, I mean, I'm looking through a small screen here, but it almost looks like he's throwing a little bit more sidearm, which is causing the ball to go a little straighter and not loft. There's no arc of the ball here, and it looks like
some NFL quarterbacks will throw sidearm. It's a handoff to Bixler. Bixler, and it's a stop by 54.
But let's see, got a few yards under his belt there.
Right at the 50.
Number 5, nice to help number 21 with his jersey on his shoulder pads.
Mitch Markey again on the tackle.
Mitch Markey.
Good show of sportsmanship right there.
So it's a 2nd and 7.
So Daring putting a little something together here.
6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. Shore with a handoff to Joey Foley.
Joey Foley, number 22 on the carry.
Well, and you have to wonder,
Now lost on the play, bring up 3rd and 8.
at this point with less than 6 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter, is this 4 down territory if they don't get first?
And I believe it.
Number 74,
It
Nate
should
Dupont on
be.
the tackle.
I mean, they are at midfield, so. And they did stop Messalonskee on the first drive of the second half, so well, let's see what they do here. It'd be nice if they don't have to worry about that 4th down.
Shore running to his left.
I'm going to block in the back.
And it's a flag on the field. And it's going to be a block in the back.
At about the 47-yard line.
And
the play
Block in the back on the Daring Rams.
and the play was called up here in the stands before the ref threw the flag.
yeah, it's one of those plays where if you're the offensive player and you see the numbers on the back of the jersey, it's one of those things where you have to pull up on the block.
And, you know, this is so unfortunate for Daring because they had been driving the ball, and it just goes to show one penalty can ruin a good drive. Don't know if it changes anything about a 4th down play, but they do need 18 yards here on the 3rd down.
And it's a handoff to Foley, and Foley throws it, and it's intercepted by Cash Bazier.
Number 5, Cash Bezier.
Well, it's right at midfield where they were prior to the penalty.
Cash Bezier on the interception.
Thrown in front of the Daring receiver, but unfortunately Messalonskee was right there in front of the receiver. Huge crowd up here.
And it's a catch by Garrett Card. So it's looks like a half a yard gain. So it's going to be a 2nd and 9.
And I have to say it, and hopefully I don't jinx it, but this has been a very fast-moving 3rd quarter.
It's a handoff to Crowell. Taken down at the 35. So 1st down for Messalonskee. It's a handoff to Garrett Bell.
Number 2, Garrett Bell on the carry.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 5.
And he had a good head of steam up, but the Darren defender stopped him in his tracks.
And it's a pitch to Brady Brunel, who stops and cuts back.
Number 1, Brady Brunel on the pass completion.
It's a first down
Down at the 20.
down at the 20-yard line.
Good enough for a first down.
Well, you know, and that's a very smart play. By not running out of bounds, keeps the clock running, and they have a 22-0 lead, and they might as well keep that clock running.
At the Deering Ram 20.
It's pitched to Crowell, and
Bryce Goal on the carry.
Silva
No gain on that play. Will bring up
with the
2nd and
tackle.
10.
And I'll tell you, the Messalonskee players have not gotten by number 71.
And as long as Cristiano Silva stays at Deering, he's only a sophomore. It's a pitch to Card, and Card is going to dive in for the touchdown. So that makes it 28-0 Messalonskee on the run by Garrett Card.
Number 4, Garrett Card on the pass completion from the 20.
Hey, I'll send Anna May a text, let her know you're getting ice cream.
They're gonna, Messalonskee's gonna try for the 2-point conversion. And so all 4 touchdowns for Messalonskee have come on the run.
2-point conversion attempt by the Eagles.
And it's going to be a timeout, Messalonskee.
Timeout, Messalonskee. Their first timeout
And,
of the half.
Might have been miscommunication by the players for the formation. But with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the third quarter, it's 28-0 Messalonskee, and we'll be right back. And we're back. It's a pitch to Crowell, and he's in. So it's 30-0 Messalonskee.
With 2:08 left to go in the third quarter, and we'll be back.
And we're back.
62, Danny Martin again in the kick for the Eagles.
Jack Karen
Miles Hibbert and
and
Joey Foley.
Joey Foley.
Kicked out of bounds, that'll be a penalty.
It's a kick out of bounds.
Well, and this will give Deeren good field position to start. And let's see what they can do with it.
And it's
Daring will
going to
start
be
with
put on
possession.
the 35.
35.
Well, they just got to put a little something together here.
It's a handoff to Foley.
That carry was by number 22, Joey Foley.
It's a loss of
Loss of 2 on the play. Will bring up 2nd and 12.
2 or 3 yards. Chore drops back, throws it, and it's a complete to Bixler with Brady Brunel on the stop.
Yeah, nice clean
Number
hit.
1, Brady Brunel on the tackle.
So
Nice catch.
It's a gain of 1. And it's under a minute left to go in the third quarter.
But once
1 yard
again,
pass completion will
it's,
bring up 3rd and 11.
it's 3rd and long again for Deering. They've had a lot of yards to get.
To number 10, Lombi. And that's the end of the third quarter. So the score is 30-0 Messalonskee, with Deering having a 4th down. As they're going to switch sides of the field for the 4th quarter, and we'll bring 4th quarter action in a moment. And we're back for the start of the 4th quarter. Deering with a 4th and 7. And it's a punt. Fair caught by Garrett Card.
Start the 4th quarter. Great job by the Messalonskee High School band.
Oh, he's limping off the field. You know, he caught that ball kind of odd.
Shout out tonight to the Oakland Fire and Rescue. Tim Dow and Dave Bove down there, in case we need them. Thank you, guys.
I know, I appreciate it. That we couldn't use last week.
1st and 10 for the Eagles at their own 39.
And it's a pitch to Brunel. And Brady Brunel. And it's going to be a face mask as he steps out
Nice run by the number
at
one,
the
Brandon
22. So it's not sure if it's going to be 15 or half the distance.
Wow. That could be a dangerous play there, too,
Face mask on Deering.
with a player with a full head of steam there.
And we'll see where they...
That is a spot foul, so that'll be spotted. The foul will be spotted from the 21.
I mean, they could take that right down to the 6, 11.
So it's half the distance penalty. And so they're going to be on the 11. And it's a handoff to 56.
Moving that line, moving the pile down.
Number 56, Colby Shivari on that carry.
Colby Shivari.
2-yard gain on the play, bring up 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 on the 9. Shivari playing running back now. Shivari
Colby Shivari
dives, and it's going to be at the 2.
And we'll put it on the 3. It'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, I'll tell you, he has been driving through the hole there for Messalonskee. Wouldn't be surprised if they don't hand him the ball here and he'll take it right in.
It's the clock starts again.
Darren really has to stop this.
Shivari
3rd and 2.
dives in, and it's a touchdown. So Colby Shivari runs it in to make it 36-0 Messalonskee.
Being mobbed by his teammates. A lot of hard work down there.
Like number 28, Bryce Cole set up for the extra point kick. Number 4, Sam Carr is the holder.
Well, little change here. They're going for the extra point and not the 2-point conversion. Let's see what happens.
Card holding, Crowell kicking, and it's off the bar and over. So the PAT is good.
Hey, it doesn't have to be pretty. It just needs to be good.
So that makes it 37-0 Messalonskee over Deering with 10 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter. And we'll be back for the kickoff. And we're back. It's a full kick. It's Garrett Bell on the tackle. So Deering is going to start at the 29. And it is running time.
29. Going to be first and 10 there for the Daring Rams.
And it's running time, I believe, after it's the margin is a score of 35 or more. Chor throws it on the sideline to Bixler.
Over on the far side.
And even though this is a 37-0 lead by Messalonskee, Deering can still get some practice in running plays.
I mean, it's not like they've played a bad game. They've just had a few bad breaks. They've struggled with losing yardage on runs, penalties, and just haven't been able to put a drive together.
Chor drops back, evades a couple tackles, and takes off. And it's going to be a gain of 3.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. Be 3rd and 4.
It's going to be 3rd and 4 at the 35.
I know.
8 minutes left to go. Chor drops back, throws it, and it was intended for Ezekiel Duver. So it's 4th and 4, and it's going to be a punt by Deering with Joey Foley kicking. And Brady Brunel, and it's short. And it rolls back to the 50. Messalonskee will start with the ball at halfway point.
Yeah, once again, good field position for them. Clock restarts.
It's under 7 to go.
With the 37-0 score, it'll be running time.
And it's a fumble.
Boy, what a hit. What a hit.
Not sure who the carrier was.
And they blew the whistle early before anyone had possession.
It was recovered by Messalonskee. I'll bring up 2nd down.
And because they blew the whistle while Messalonskee had the ball,
that was a huge hit. Holy moly.
And so Messalonskee's put in a new quarterback, Landon Rancourt. as Sam Doobie's night is over. And Rancourt takes off. It's Foley with the tackle. So they
goes to a 2-yard gain on that play. We'll call it a 2-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9.
And at this point with running time, I mean, I would not be surprised if they don't get the first down if they try for it again on 4th down and make Darren go down the field. With running time, they can just hold on to the ball for a while.
Rancourt takes
no,
off.
no penalty.
That's a stiff arm.
Number 11, Landon Rancourt again on the quarterback keep to the far side. Brought down at about the 45.
And it's a couple of Deering players on the tackle.
We'll put it on the 44.
Under 4.5 to go in this
Bringing up 4th
game.
and 4.
Yeah, and they're doing what I thought they were going to do and just run another play and keep the ball away from Deering. No need to punt here. They can probably, even if they don't get a first down, they can probably bring it down to about 340. 340 left to go. I mean, they could even take a penalty here and run off 5 yards and just let the clock run. Now it's down below 3:45. They may, unless they take a timeout.
And it's going to be a timeout for Messalonskee. And so with 3 minutes and 41 seconds left to go in this game, it's 37-0 Messalonskee, and we'll be back.
That'll be their second timeout.
And we're back with Messalonskee having a 4th and 4.
And the coach has got to get off the field. Oh, well, they call it too many men on the field with the coach. Let's see.
And it's a keep by Rancourt. So it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Turn the ball over on downs since they didn't get a first down.
And we have a player for Deering
1st and 10 for the Deering Rams at their own 48.
who has to limp off.
Boy, I'll tell you, Messalonskee played that clock perfect.
The next Friday night, here Eagles will host the Gardner Tigers right here at Veterans Field. Again, a 7
So under
o'clock
3
start
minutes
next
to
Friday
go.
night.
And Darren in no hurry to get to the line of scrimmage either. Just content to let the clock run out. And, oh, another player coming in late again.
Shore throws it, and it's complete to Miles Hibbard.
Pass was to number 3,
Wow,
Miles Hibbert.
wide open.
Pass is complete.
I guess I am proven wrong. They're not content to let the clock run out. They are trying to get this so it's not a running clock.
And like I said earlier, it's a chance for Deering to get some plays in before their next game.
And that was a beautiful throw and catch.
And LaChore throws it, and it's caught by Lomby. So it's going to be at the 8-yard line. So a minute and a half to go. Deering has a chance to get their first points of the season.
Well, they're playing their 2-minute offense here.
Minute and 10 seconds left to go. Lachore drops back, takes off, and gets taken down at the 5.
Ball down to about the 5. Be second and goal.
And it's 50 seconds left to go. And it's going to be a timeout, Deering.
Timeout, Deering.
Well, 45 seconds left to go. I do believe Darren really wants to put some points up here. I mean, to at least come away with something after this long game.
First and goal for Deering at the Messalonskee 5.
So it's first, second and goal. Lachore,
And the pass is incomplete.
it's incomplete.
Now they got to
Intended
quickly
for-
line up.
Miles Hibbard. And they got to go quickly. Third and goal. Lachore throws.
Pass is incomplete in the end zone.
And it's intended for Jamison Dennis. And it looks like Deering's going to walk off the field. And Messalonskee gets the win 37-0. So Deering comes up short from getting their first points of the season.
Yeah, almost. And we'll get the handshakes.
And Deering in the first half had it close, but it was that fumble on the goal line as they were trying to run the clock out.
Yeah, I mean, that was a tough game. They were trying to put drives together and, you know, they get a penalty or they get caught behind the line of scrimmage. It was a tough night for them. And they ran into another team that hadn't won a game. They lost their first game, and so they were bound and determined to get their first win, and they did. And they played tough. They were really good tonight, Messalonskee was, and Darren had a tough time with everything.
And so Deering will move to 0-2 on the season, and Messalonskee will move to 1-1. And so the final score is Messalonskee 37 and Deering nothing. Saying good night. This has been a production of PPS TV3 Portland Public Schools. Saying so long.
See ya.